92.5
XTU.
92.5 XTU, Philadelphia's country station. Crockett from the Doc and Andie Morning Show with a very special guest today, a hometown hero, if you will. Bradley Cooper, welcome. Hello,
Thanks
how
for
are you?
having me.
No problem, man. So, all right, you're back home in Philly.
I got a question real quick.
Go ahead,
I was
fire
listening
away.
to Kid Rock this morning. You said that country is where rock and roll is, and if you take a fiddle out of any of the bands, it could be a rock and roll song.
Fiddle or a steel guitar is really where it's at now.
Yeah.
You plug either of those in, and you're in a whole new realm. And country music in general is in a place where it's never been before. And I'm going to talk to you about music in a little bit.
Okay.
So hold that thought
the
for a
answer is
second.
yes then.
So the answer is yes. So you're back home in Philly. Is there anything you have to do like when you get home? There's something that's like there's a hometown food or hometown flavor or something you've got to do as soon as you get here.
There's a couple. No, what I get right, and my mom doesn't love it because I get home and I get right on a motorcycle and I ride to where I went to high school.
Okay.
I pretty much do. That's the first thing I do.
All right.
Yeah.
That's good, man. Well, Silver Linings Playbook. I got to tell you, as a football fan,
raining.
unless it's obviously that's just risky. Nobody wants that, and you don't want to ride on the lines either. Isn't that the big thing? Stay off the lines, the slickest parts.
Is that right?
That's what I've heard.
Wow. Well, I don't ride when it rains, so
Well,
yeah.
A little more rebellious next time. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Well, first of all, kudos on a fantastic movie and a fantastic cast. I feel like right now in the box office, there's a lot of movies that are kind of recycled or redundant, and I look at a movie like this, and it's just a refreshing breath of air because especially the interactions between you, Jennifer Lawrence, and you and Robert De Niro throughout this movie are so intense. I mean, you've worked with Robert De Niro before. I mean, explain that kind of chemistry that you kind of have because I feel like everybody's kind of playing a character that you aren't familiar with them seeing.
Right.
And just the interaction was just incredible.
You know, you get lucky. Look, for me to play this role was a lifelong dream. You know, to get an opportunity to play, to fill the shoes of this a character that demands a lot. You know, and I'd never been able to do that on film or asked to do that. And then to do it with David O. Russell, who's an incredible filmmaker. And then, like you said, with Robert De Niro and Jennifer Lawrence, and they both have qualities that are just so magical, and they're great actors. So for me, it was It's like saying, hey, do you want to play 2-on-2? And Jordan's your partner.
All right. So explain your character, Pat, for people who are getting ready to go and see the film.
Pat's a guy who, when we meet him, he's just coming out of a 4 or 8 month stint in a mental institution. But he went there because he made a plea bargain with the courts after having beaten up this guy who was sleeping with his wife. And in order not to serve time, he decided to plead insanity. But when he was in there, he gets diagnosed as bipolar. And he realized that, oh, wow, this feeling, the way he's lived his life his whole life he's kind of been white-knuckling it undiagnosed without any treatment. He still refuses to take treatment, doesn't want to take meds, and he's gonna decide how to get his life back together. So when he gets released from the hospital, all of a sudden he doesn't have a job, he's got to live with his parents, and he's got a 500-yard restraining order out against him from his wife. And he's going to try to get that back because he thinks the only way to get back in line is to get my wife back, get my job back, and then I'll be happy. Well, then he meets this woman, Tiffany Maxwell, played by Jennifer Lawrence, who also has issues. Her husband died, and she slept with everybody in her office. And they come together, and he can't help how he feels about her.
Right.
And that is messing up his program because he had a Silver Lining Playbook about it, and so and it's really a movie about how these people come together and how he comes together with his father too, who is very obsessive compulsive. So you have these people that live on the fringes emotionally or the extremes emotionally, but the hope is they're so authentic that we can relate to them.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. You use the word relate, and now, like you said, your character's in a mental institution, but all of the characters in this movie, in some way, shape, or form, has something going on where you're like, all right, but it's something that, like you said, that you can relate to. And I think the perfect scene that, when I talked about your interaction with Jennifer and your interaction with Robert, is the parlay scene. And when I talk about, you guys did such a great job with these characters, you see all three of you in your extreme emotions, whether it was anger or where you all just kind of come back to the surface and realize what's going on right here. And when she popped, not to spoil anything for anybody, but when she pops that beer, it's like you literally went from 0 to 60 and just right back down again. And it was like it was just one of those moments where you're sitting in the theater and you were like, wow, that just like you saw everyone go
and in
full
Toronto
circle
at that
right
moment,
there.
people started to clap, which was really cool.
It was just one of those scenes where you kind of sat up and you were just like, all right, you just saw everybody for what they were worth in that moment, and I thought it was great. We had mentioned music a little bit ago. Music plays a big role in this film as well.
In all of David's movies.
If I were to go for a run with a trash bag and a hoodie on, and I picked up Bradley Cooper's iPod, What am I going to find on the shuffle?
Man, maybe it's very bipolar. It depends on the day.
That's all right.
But right now, today, I've been on this Beastie Boy kick.
All right.
Yeah, I've been on this retro Beastie Boy kick.
All right.
I can't get enough of them for the past couple of weeks.
No sleep till Brooklyn. That's fine with me.
Yeah, check
That's
your head.
all good. Well, I got to tell you, man, like I said earlier, in a box office scene that's kind of recycled and redundant, movies like The Words and Silver Linings Playbook, I got to tell you, man, a fantastic job. Enjoy the movie. Keep doing what you're doing. It's
Thanks
great.
for saying that.
No problem.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper.